In a faraway galaxy, Lord Varric ruled with absolute power. His dark spaceship loomed over the planet Xylar, casting a shadow that covered the land. The people of Xylar lived in constant fear. Varric had conquered many worlds, using his powerful army to crush anyone who dared to stand against him. His eyes glowed with anger, and his voice thundered like a storm. The slightest disobedience was met with harsh punishment. The streets of Xylar were filled with silence. No one dared to speak out against the tyrant. Shops were closed, and families hid in their homes, afraid to be seen. The once vibrant marketplace was now a ghost town. Children stopped playing outside, and laughter vanished. Instead, the air was heavy with fear and despair. Varric's soldiers patrolled the streets, their faces blank and stern, ready to punish anyone who showed even a hint of rebellion. But deep within the shadows, hope was not entirely lost. A brave group of humans known as the Meme Coalition was forming. They lived in secret, away from the tyrant's watchful eyes. This group believed that laughter could be a powerful weapon. They thought that humor could bring the people together and give them the courage to fight back. They knew that a good laugh could break the chains of fear that Varric had placed upon them. Zara, the leader of the Meme Coalition, was a clever and resourceful woman. She understood the power of memes, the funny images and videos that spread quickly through the galaxy. Zara gathered her friends who were just as passionate about freedom. They met in a hidden underground base filled with old computers and makeshift equipment. The walls were covered with drawings and memes that they created, each one designed to make people laugh and feel hopeful. "People need to see these," Zara said, her eyes shining with determination. "We can show them that Varric is not as strong as he thinks. If we make them laugh, they might remember what it feels like to be free." The team worked tirelessly to create their arsenal of memes. They took images of Varric and added funny captions, turning him into a laughingstock. One meme showed him slipping on a banana peel, while another showed him dancing awkwardly. Each meme was crafted to bring smiles and laughter, reminding people that they could fight back with humor. As the coalition prepared to launch their memes into the galaxy, they knew the risks. Varric's soldiers were everywhere, and the tyrant had eyes and ears all over Xylar. But they believed in their cause. They believed that laughter could be the spark that ignited a rebellion. One night, under the cover of darkness, Zara and her team decided it was time to act. They gathered their best memes and sent them out across the galaxy using hidden networks. As they pressed the send button, they felt a rush of excitement. Would the people see these memes? Would they laugh? The next morning, as the sun rose over Xylar, something amazing happened. The first memes spread like wildfire. People began to laugh, and the laughter echoed through the streets. The soldiers, once feared, found themselves unable to keep a straight face. They chuckled at the memes, forgetting their duty for just a moment. The laughter spread from one person to another. Families began to gather, sharing the memes on their small screens. The joy and humor filled the air, pushing back the heavy shadows that Varric had cast. Zara watched from the safety of her base, her heart racing with hope. "This is just the beginning," she whispered to her team. "We can do this!" The coalition's memes were more than just jokes. They were a sign of resistance. The people of Xylar were beginning to remember their strength. The tyrant's control was slipping, and a glimmer of hope shone through the darkness. Little did they know, Lord Varric was watching, and he was furious. The memes were a threat to his power, and he would stop at nothing to crush this uprising. But for now, the people of Xylar had found their laughter again, and that laughter would be the first step toward freedom. As the sun rose over the planet Xylar, the echoes of laughter filled the air. The memes sent by the Meme Coalition were changing everything. People who had once lived in fear were now gathering in groups, sharing the funny images and videos that mocked Lord Varric. The tyrant's control over the planet was beginning to crack. In homes, families huddled around their small screens, bursting into laughter at the ridiculous memes. One showed Varric trying to dance, his stiff body moving awkwardly while a silly song played in the background. Another depicted him trying to eat a giant sandwich, only to have it explode all over him. Each meme was a reminder that the tyrant was not invincible. The more people laughed, the more they felt brave. Meanwhile, Zara and her team watched from their underground base, amazed at how quickly their memes were spreading. They had hoped for a spark of rebellion, but this was more than they had imagined. The laughter was contagious. "Look at them!" Zara said, pointing at the screen where people were sharing the memes with joy. They are starting to stand up against Varric. Excited by the unexpected response, the meme coalition decided to take their efforts to the next level. They began to create new memes and videos, making them even more engaging. Zara encouraged everyone to get involved. We need to show the galaxy that we won't back down. Let's create a series of memes that will unite everyone against Varric. The team worked hard, using all their creativity to produce more content. They created videos that combined laughter with powerful messages about freedom and unity. They even included famous quotes about standing up against tyranny, all while keeping the tone light and funny. As the memes went viral, the laughter spread beyond Xylar. News of the meme coalition reached other planets in the galaxy. People from different worlds joined the movement, sharing their own funny memes and stories of resistance. The coalition became a symbol of hope for those oppressed by tyrants. But Varric was not blind to the chaos around him. He watched as his soldiers struggled to maintain order. The memes had become a powerful tool against him, and he was furious. "This is unacceptable!" he roared, slamming his fist on the control panel in his dark spaceship. "I will not be ridiculed by these pathetic humans." Determined to regain control, Varric called for an emergency meeting with his top generals. They gathered in the dimly lit war room, their faces serious. "We need to find and eliminate this meme coalition," Varric ordered. "We must make an example of them to show everyone that rebellion will not be tolerated." His generals nodded, their expressions grim. They discussed plans to increase patrols and locate the source of the memes. But Varric's anger blinded him. He could not see that the more he reacted, the more the people laughed. His attempts to suppress the humor only made it stronger. Back in the underground base, Zara and her team were aware of the increased danger. They knew Varric would retaliate, but they also understood that laughter was now their greatest weapon. "We have to keep pushing forward," Zara said, her voice steady. "We can't let fear stop us. We need to spread even more laughter." Inspired by her words, the team organized a grand meme event. They planned to gather people in a large square and project the funniest memes onto a massive screen. They hoped to create a festival of laughter, showing everyone that they were not afraid to stand up to the tyrant. On the day of the event, people filled the square, buzzing with excitement. Zara stood before the crowd, her heart racing. "Today we laugh together," she shouted. "Let's show Varric that we are united and strong. Let's make him the joke." As the first meme flashed on the screen, the crowd erupted into laughter. The sound echoed through the streets, shaking off the weight of fear. With each new meme, their joy grew. Laughter became a rallying cry for freedom. The energy in the square was electric. The people cheered and danced, and in that moment, they became more than just individuals. They were a united force against oppression. The coalition had sparked a revolution, and there was no turning back. Little did they know, Lord Varric was watching from his spaceship, his anger boiling. The laughter of the people was louder than ever, and it was becoming clear the tyranny of Lord Varric was beginning to crumble under the power of laughter. The laughter and joy on Xylar had sparked something extraordinary. But deep down, Zara and the meme coalition knew that the real battle was just beginning. Lord Varric was furious, and he would not sit idle. They needed to act quickly before he could strike back with force. Zara had a bold plan. They would sneak into Varric's main fortress and release their funniest meme directly into his control center, showing the entire galaxy that the tyrant could be defeated. The team gathered in their underground base, the excitement palpable. "This is a risky move," Zara said, her voice steady but filled with determination. "But if we can get inside and broadcast our most powerful meme, we can turn the tide of this battle. We have to show Varric that we are not afraid." As night fell, the meme coalition prepared for the mission. They put on dark clothing to blend into the shadows. Each member had a role to play. Zara was in charge of the plan, while Jax, the tech expert, carried a device that could hack into Varric's broadcast system. They also had Lila, a talented acrobat, who would help them navigate through the fortress. "Let's move," Zara whispered, leading her team toward the fortress. The fortress was a massive structure surrounded by high walls and armed guards. It looked impenetrable, but the coalition was determined. They crept along the edges, staying low and silent. The guards patrolled the area, their eyes scanning for any signs of trouble. Zara and her team waited for the right moment. "Now!" she whispered, and they dashed toward a side entrance. Jax quickly hacked the lock and the door clicked open. They slipped inside, hearts pounding with excitement and fear. Inside the fortress, the atmosphere was tense. Dim lights flickered, casting eerie shadows on the walls. The team moved cautiously, keeping their voices low. They knew they had to reach the main control room without being detected. As they ventured deeper into the fortress, they passed rows of computers and equipment. Zara couldn't help but feel a mix of awe and dread. Varric had built this place to intimidate and control, but today they would turn it into a stage for laughter. Suddenly, they heard footsteps approaching. Zara quickly signaled for everyone to hide behind a large crate. They held their breath, listening intently. A pair of soldiers walked past, chatting about the chaos caused by the memes. "Did you see the one with Varric dancing? I couldn't stop laughing," one soldier said, chuckling. The other nodded, his expression lightening. Zara smiled, realizing that their laughter was already taking hold. It was a small victory, but it gave her hope. "We're making a difference," she thought. Once the soldiers were out of sight, the team continued their mission. They reached the hallway leading to the control room, but there was a heavy door blocking their way. Jax moved to work on it, sweat trickling down his brow as he concentrated. "I can hack this," he said, his fingers flying over the device. "Just give me a moment." Zara peered around, making sure the coast was clear. She could hear her heart beating loudly in her chest. Finally, with a beep, the door unlocked and Jax smiled. "Got it!" The team slipped inside the control room, a place filled with monitors displaying various locations around the fortress. Zara's excitement grew as she saw the large screen at the front. "This is it!" she exclaimed. "Let's show the galaxy what Varric really is." They quickly set up Jax's device to upload their funniest meme. The video they had chosen was a hilarious parody of Varric as a clumsy jester, complete with silly music and exaggerated movements. It was sure to make everyone laugh and further undermine Varric's authority. Just as they were about to hit the play button, alarms suddenly blared throughout the fortress. "They know we're here!" Lila shouted, her eyes wide with fear. "We need to hurry." "Quick! Press the button!" Zara yelled. Jax pressed the button just in time, and the meme flashed onto the screen. The hilarious video filled the room, and laughter erupted from the monitors echoing through the fortress. The soldiers outside paused, confusion spreading on their faces as they watched the meme play out. Laughter replaced the tension in the air, and for a moment, Varric's grip on his fortress loosened. But Zara knew they had to escape. "Let's move!" she shouted, leading her team back through the chaos. They dashed through the corridors, weaving around soldiers who were now distracted by the laughter echoing in the fortress. As they raced toward the exit, they could hear the commotion behind them. "Get them!" someone shouted. The coalition knew they had to make it out alive to spread the laughter across the galaxy. With their hearts pounding and laughter still echoing in their ears, Zara and her team burst through the exit, slipping into the night. They had completed their mission, but the fight against Varric was far from over. Little did they know, their laughter had only just begun to shake the foundations of the tyrant's rule. As the meme coalition sprinted away from the fortress, the echoes of laughter faded into the night. They had successfully uploaded their funniest meme directly into Lord Varric's control room, but they knew the battle was far from over. The true challenge lay ahead, making sure that the meme reached every corner of the galaxy. Back in their underground base, Zara and her team were buzzing with excitement and adrenaline. "Did you see their faces?" Jax laughed, his eyes sparkling with joy. "They were too busy laughing to even notice us." Zara smiled, feeling a sense of victory. "Now, we need to make sure everyone sees the meme. We have to broadcast it across all networks. This could be our chance to inspire a full-blown revolution." They quickly gathered around a large table covered in monitors and screens. Zara pointed to a map of the galaxy displayed on one of the screens. "We can use these satellites to spread the meme. If we can access their signals, we can reach planets beyond Xylor." The team jumped into action, working together to plot their course. Jax hacked into the satellite systems, while Lila and Zara gathered the memes and crafted a powerful message. "Let's make it clear that laughter is our weapon against tyranny," Lila suggested, her fingers dancing across the keyboard. As Jax worked, Zara felt a wave of hope wash over her. They were not just a small group anymore. They were becoming a movement. "This meme is more than just a joke," Zara said, her voice filled with conviction. "It's a symbol of our fight for freedom." After hours of preparation, they were finally ready. Jax smiled, looking up from the screens. "The signal is ready. Once we hit this button, the meme will go live across the galaxy. Let's do it! Zara exclaimed, her heart racing. They all gathered around the main screen, holding their breaths. Jax pressed the button, and suddenly the screen lit up with the meme. Laughter erupted from the speakers as the image of Lord Varric flailing around like a clown filled every screen across Xylar and beyond. The reaction was immediate. On Xylar, people rushed to their screens, and the laughter spread like wildfire. Streets that had once been silent with fear were now filled with joyous cheers. Families gathered, sharing the meme and laughing together. "Look at them," Lila said, her eyes shining with pride. "They're finally standing up to him." But the meme didn't stop at Xylar. It spread to other planets in the galaxy. People on nearby worlds began to tune in, laughing and sharing their own stories of resistance. It became a trend, a challenge to see who could create the funniest spin on Varric's antics. However, in the dark control room of the fortress, Lord Varric was not amused. He slammed his fist on the table, glaring at the screens filled with laughter. "This is an insult! Find them! I want the meme coalition captured!" he roared. His generals nodded, their faces pale with fear. "But my lord, they are using the satellites against us. We are losing control," one of them stammered. Varric's eyes narrowed. "Then we must shut it down. Send out the drones. We cannot let them spread this laughter any further." As the fortress activated its defense systems, Zara and her team were unaware of the impending danger. They were caught up in the joy of the moment. "We did it!" Zara cheered. This is what true power looks like, laughter uniting us all. But as the laughter continued, Jax's screen suddenly flashed a warning. "Wait! We have a problem! Drones are being deployed toward our location." His voice was urgent, breaking through the celebration. "Everyone, we need to move. Grab the equipment and get ready to defend our base," Zara ordered, her heart racing once again. The team quickly gathered their things, adrenaline pumping through their veins. They knew the importance of their mission. They couldn't let Varric crush their newfound hope. As they prepared to defend their base, Zara took a moment to look out at the gathering crowd outside. People were laughing and sharing the memes. They had united in a way she had never thought possible. "We won't let them take this away from us," she whispered to herself, determination filling her heart. The battle was not over. The meme had gone live and it was changing everything. But now they had to fight to protect what they had started. United by laughter, the meme coalition stood strong, ready to face whatever Varric threw at them. Their journey for freedom had just begun, and they were ready to laugh in the face of tyranny. The air was thick with tension as the meme coalition prepared for battle. They had launched their most powerful meme, and the response from the galaxy had been overwhelming. Laughter and joy filled the streets of Xylar, but now they faced a serious threat. Lord Varric was not going to let the meme coalition escape unpunished. He was sending his drones to wipe them out. Zara stood at the entrance of their underground base, her heart racing as she watched the horizon. Dark clouds loomed, and the sound of mechanical wings filled the air. "We need to get ready," she shouted to her team, who were frantically organizing their defenses. They had only a short time before the drones arrived. "Jax, can you disrupt the drone signals?" Lila asked, her voice steady despite the chaos around her. "If we can confuse them, we might have a chance." "I'll try," Jax replied, his fingers moving quickly over his laptop. He was focused, knowing that the fate of their mission depended on him. "But we need a distraction to buy me some time." Zara nodded, thinking quickly. "We'll use the memes. Let's create a new one, something so ridiculous that it will catch the drones off guard." The team sprang into action, working together to create a fresh meme that would both entertain and confuse. They added funny sound effects and silly images, depicting Varric slipping on banana peels and falling into a giant cake. Laughter might just be their best weapon. As Jax finished uploading the new meme, Zara felt the ground shake beneath them. "They're here!" she shouted. The first wave of drones appeared in the sky, dark and menacing. They moved in formation, their red lights scanning the area. "Now, Jax!" Zara yelled. He hit the send button, and the new meme streamed across the galaxy, reaching the drones just as they approached the base. The effect was immediate. The drones hesitated, their programming thrown into disarray as they processed the absurdity of the meme. "Look, it's working!" Lila cheered, watching as several drones began to malfunction, spinning out of control and crashing to the ground. The laughter from the meme echoed from the monitors, turning the tide in their favor. but Varric was determined. He had dispatched a ground force of soldiers to capture the meme coalition. Zara could see them approaching in the distance, their armored suits gleaming under the fading sunlight. "We need to split up," she commanded. "Lila, you take the west side with Jax. I'll hold the line here. Be careful," Lila said, concern etched on her face. But Zara was resolute. She had to protect the laughter that had united their people. As Lila and Jax moved to the west, Zara positioned herself at the entrance of the base. She took a deep breath and shouted, "Hey, Varric! Come and get me!" Her voice rang out, bold and defiant. The soldiers paused, confusion spreading across their faces. "What are you doing?" one soldier shouted back. "You think you can stop us?" "Not alone," Zara replied with a grin. "But I have something powerful on my side." She pressed a button on her device and a new meme flooded the screens behind her. This time, it showed Varric tripping over his own cape, falling into a pool of slime. Laughter erupted from the soldiers, and some even dropped their weapons, unable to contain themselves. Zara felt a rush of triumph. "This is what true power looks like!" she shouted. "Laughter can defeat tyranny!" Meanwhile, Lila and Jax were busy on the west side, using their skills to dodge the approaching soldiers. They worked together, creating distractions with more memes that played on repeat, causing the soldiers to laugh uncontrollably. "Keep them busy," Lila urged. "I'll set up a device to amplify the signal. If we can send this out, it'll reach even more people." Jax nodded, his fingers flying over the controls. "I'm on it!" Back at the entrance, Zara continued to taunt the soldiers. "Is this the best you've got, Varric? You're losing control!" She felt the energy shift around her as more people from Xylor joined the fight, emboldened by the laughter. Suddenly, a loud explosion shook the ground, and the sky lit up with bright colors. The meme coalition had rallied, and more people had come to support them. The streets were filled with laughter and cheering voices, drowning out the fear that had once held them captive. As the chaos of battle continued, Zara realized that they were not just fighting for themselves anymore. They were fighting for everyone who had ever felt powerless. The laughter spread, uniting people from all corners of the galaxy. They were taking back their freedom, one meme at a time. In the end, Varric's forces crumbled under the weight of laughter. The drones malfunctioned, and the soldiers fled, overwhelmed by the joy that filled the air. Zara stood tall, feeling the strength of her team and the support of their people. "Today we have won a battle!" she proclaimed, her voice ringing out above the chaos. "Laughter is our weapon, and together we will take back our future." The people roared in agreement, and the spirit of resistance ignited. They had turned their laughter into a powerful force, and with it, they would continue to fight against tyranny. The epic battle had ended, but the meme coalition's journey was just beginning. Together, they would ensure that the galaxy would never forget the power of laughter.